One of the real benefits of adopting the Zentitle platform as you look to bring your products to market is the ability to abstract out the business model from the implementation of the application itself. So you instrument your application once, and then you can take it to market against a wide range of different business models, such as using feature-based licensing. That allows you to, for a given customer, turn specific capabilities, modules, components on or off per the license. It also allows you to implement any kind of time-based license. 1 month subscription, 1 year subscription, a license that expires on December 31st, 2025, etc. So any kind of date-based metric you can implement as well. Of course, you can also do perpetual or non-expiring licenses with or without a maintenance contract. So you may, on the entitlement itself, want to keep track of when a given maintenance contract ends, and then you can build that into logic within your application, perhaps only allowing a customer to apply software updates for licenses that are still within their maintenance window. You can also do version-based licensing. So for example, you could require that a given customer must have a separate license for each version of your product. So they buy a version 2 license, and then when version 3 comes out, they need to upgrade to a different license. Now, another approach that we recommend instead for that is that you define in the entitlement the valid range of versions for that license. So it can initially start out, say, with a 2.x line, and then as they want to upgrade to the 3x, 4x line, etc., they use the exact same license, but update the attribute within that license to say, yes, this license can now be applied to a 3x line version, a 4x line, and so forth. We also fully support usage-based or consumption or sort of software as a service on-demand kind of model by using our consumption tokens and other capabilities, so that if you want to track usage of some resource over time, you can easily do so within that license. From a capacity standpoint, here's where you can use the attributes of the entitlement to put specific limits on whatever parameters you want. So perhaps for a lower cost edition, you give them the ability to manage, say, up to 10 widgets. For the mid-tier, maybe they can manage up to 50 widgets. And then for the enterprise, you may want to have unlimited ability to manage those or what have you. And of course, you can have as many of those attributes as you want. We can also support named user models, right? So you might set up a license for 10 users of the application, limit that to a specific 10 set of people, named people based on identity, and give your end customer the ability to manage that list of who are the current named users able to access that application. Similarly, we allow arbitrary integration with identity-based systems. So if you want to provide an experience similar to Adobe Creative Cloud, Office 365, where an end customer will activate a seat or be able to access their license by using an identity, email address, password, etc., we fully support that. We can also integrate with any OpenID-based identity platform, so whether that's Auth0, Okta, Cognito, Azure AD, etc., we can easily tie into that. One of the additional benefits that provides the end customer is if they have their own IDP that they're running within their own corporation, that can be used to federate into these other identity platforms. So those end customers can use single sign-on in order to be able to access those license rights. And of course, we can also provide these kind of capabilities for end customers that have an ongoing internet connection, or perhaps an intermittent internet connection, or even completely disconnected or a dark site environment. And we can support that for both node lock, individual seat licenses, as well as if you want to deploy some sort of concurrent or network-based licensing model that needs to run in that dark environment. So across all these different capabilities, you can really monetize your application any way you want, and in a mix and match manner, and in a way that doesn't build these dependencies into your core application, so you can easily deploy new packages, new offerings, new pricing without engineering changes.